you need to mind your tone. And, if you say, no one should ever touch you there in your private parts, like that's the rule, right? That's going to make your kid think, you're bonkers, and kind of make them like anxious about that part of their body. So you can just like throw a reminder out there. Oh, hey, I was just thinking, I just want to remind you that, if you're playing a game with a friend, or you're at someone's house, or, you're wrestling or whatever, I just want to remind you that it's not okay or safe to like play games with privates, or for anyone to touch your privates, for you to touch anyone else's, and just
Mm.
be like chill about it. There are really good books for kids that are really helpful with this. One is called C is for Consent. Another is
Mm.
called I Can Play It Safe. I'll send these to you so you can just
Okay,
put them
cool.
in the show notes.
Yes, yes, let's do that.
And then my favorite one for really little kids is called It's My Body.
Hmm.
Um, the reason I like all of these books is that they're not creepy. A whole lot of like safe touch and sexual abuse prevention books are just like, I am a grown ass adult. They freak me out. So like they give me the creep. So these ones don't. The reason I like It's My Body is because it gives a script. It's really simple. So kids can practice saying, no, don't stop. I don't like that. It's totally my favorite. Books are the one of the best and easiest ways to introduce this idea, right? Just around safe touch.
Yeah.
So winging it like I just did is okay. Like you just have to have these little reminders. Like when they're getting ready for the bath, you can say, hey, what I did with Milo was I would say to him, are your shoulders private? No, mama. Is your tummy private? No, mama. Is your penis private? Yes, mama. Are your knees private? So I'd go through this litany with him. So I wanted him to really understand like that, like it's like people say bathing suit areas, which is one way to talk about it. But at some point he's like, I started doing that and he's like, got it. Like, I got it. You can stop doing this. Um, because it's just a casual kind of fun way to teach them correct names for their private body parts, to talk about safety. And this is like the first, like, correct names for private body parts and the boundary conversation. That's the first sex talk, but you don't do it at 5 and then never talk about it again. Like you have to keep talking about it. So there's another book that's called Consent for Kids. And if you've ever seen the Consent is Like Tea video, where they're comparing making tea for someone, and they're like, would you like a cup of tea? No, thank you. Here, no, drink the tea. Like they're using it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been written by the person who put that together. It's really, really good. Different scenarios, friendly, again, not creepy, not scary, and really, really helpful. So I love that for kids who are probably 6, 7 and older. Body boundaries and open communication about sexuality and bodies is so helpful, because you want your kiddo to see you as a trustworthy resource. So if
Mm.
something is going sideways, they can say, hey, this happened, rather than, perceiving us as uncomfortable with anything around private parts, or
Mm.
just not, like, if we don't talk about this, they don't know that they can talk to us. And
Yeah.
that goes for sexuality in general. Like if we don't open our mouths and say the words, then they don't know that we're open to it. And say, I'm totally open to talking to you. If something's upsetting you, I won't get mad. Make sure you get help. Like using that kind of language is super, super, super important.
Catch new episodes of the Mindful Mama podcast and other free resources, including the Mindful Mom Guide at mindfulmamamentor.com. You can listen to every back catalog episode, including interviews with Dr. Dan Siegel, Ianla Van Zant, Sharon Salzberg, and get meditations, join our private Facebook group, and more. Go to mindfulmamamentor.com now. I'll see you there.